My next guest is behind a new work of theatre that deals with the difficulty of doing business when you don't speak the language. Chinglish receives its European premiere at the Park Theatre, and its director, Andrew Keates, joins me now to talk about it. Now, give us a sense of what this play is about. I've touched on it there, but it's obviously deeper.
It's a really fun night out. It's the story of an American that goes to do business in China. There's only one problem. He doesn't speak the language, and he sort of falls in love with the one girl that he can't have. And amidst this journey, not only is there obviously the cultural divide that he deals with, but the play itself has surtitles throughout. And Daniel, this leading character, keeps encountering the worst translators that you can possibly find. So it's a really fun night out, and it really explores the difference between East and West, and also what it's like to be a woman in China, it's a wonderful play.
Now, I imagine that therefore you have a somewhat bilingual cast. What was the casting like for that?
Amazing. We spent 4 months to find, it's a cast of 7, and 6 of those 7 actors all need to speak Mandarin, including one of my actors who's a Caucasian actor. So to find him was extraordinary, to find the guy that's the right age, the skills as an actor, and to be fluent in Mandarin. And my other actor, the only other Caucasian in the cast, is Jury Sorossi, who has literally just come straight from being at the RSC straight into this. So it's a really match-fit cast, and it's amazing to hear the menagerie of sounds that this play creates and all the fun that we have with it too.
How does that work for you then as a director? I assume you don't speak Mandarin.
No, not much.
So when you're watching, critiquing your actors in the rehearsals and they're speaking a language you don't understand, does that that must be a very different task for you?
To be honest with you, it's not too hard at all, because of course, like as a typical white guy, of course I don't speak any other languages, which is sort of the fun of the play. Look, most of my cast speak many different languages, and obviously when you're dealing with truth and comedy, we just communicate in English. I have a fantastic assistant director called Hwang. Hao is from mainland China, so he's been really helpful, in regards to advising various cultural aspects of China. But ultimately, when David Henry Hwang, who wrote this, who was Pulitzer Prize finalist and Tony Award-winning playwright, when I first spoke to David and we decided we would do this, I said, David, I'm really sorry, I don't speak Mandarin. And David said to me, oh, don't worry, neither do I. So even David used a translator. And I think what ultimately the whole play is about fun, heart, love and miscommunication, and that's a pretty universal language, using many different languages to tell it.
Now, this play has been on at Broadway, which is, what, apart from the West End, a pinnacle, if you like, of theatre. Does that add a pressure to you to bringing it here to the capital and being director of its European leg?
The Broadway aspect doesn't add the pressure. I think the pressure of having a really great play and wanting to serve any great play is any director's passion. But to be honest with you, the theatre we're in, the Park Theatre, we're in the main space at the Park, it's got such a fantastic reputation. They've just had an amazing run of The Boys in the Band, for example. Every day I go into work and I just see this amazing hub of actors, writers, directors, all, sat over coffees all day creating this work. The Park Theatre's got an incredible array of shows coming up, and it's a real honour. Chinglish is a highly regarded play. Lots of different people were trying to get hold of it. There were various planned productions, but fortunately me and the producer, Tim Johansson, have connections with David, and he trusted us to take this really special play and do the European premiere. It's never been seen in Europe. It's only been seen in America.
Fantastic. Well, Andrew Keates, thank you so much for giving us a little preview there. Thank you so much for